Well, every single day we are one step closer. Tell you all about it coming up on Ride with Kev. What is going on, you guys? To the new subscribers, welcome in. The usual suspects, welcome back. It has been a week and it is time for another update, and it is time to discuss trailers. So, what has happened in the last week? Well, everything I told you about. So, we had our authority. I posted that picture last week. The authority finally came through. Told you I'd paid a company. So, I already had my BOC3. I already had my United Carrier registration. We already had insurance on the truck. And so, we were just waiting on a whole bunch of stuff to happen. And a whole bunch of stuff has happened. So, on Monday, we got our Texas DOT number and our authority to haul interstate, to haul intrastate inside the state of Texas, as well as they filed for our IFTA, which we are still waiting on, so we can haul interstate, in between states. We got our pre-pass came in, our ELD came in. Let's see, what else has happened? We got our New York temporary permit, still waiting on the stickers and the final permit. We got our Kentucky permit, so that stuff is all set, good and ready to go. Let's see, it seems like there's so much more. Oh, also, one of the subscribers had mentioned it, but even though I guess they just worry about owner operators just going out and doing crack cocaine on the weekends or something like that. Oh, there's Marie. So, but as you know or you don't know, I have to be part of a drug consortium, which is a group of owner operators so they can have a pool and do random drug testing. I also had to take a pre-employment drug test for myself, and I had to do a clearinghouse on myself. I'm like, but I know my clearinghouse is good. I've done it. Oh, got to do it on your own. Got to have that paperwork trail. So we are drug tested. We are a random pool. We have our Texas authority. We have our federal authority. We have permits. We are literally just waiting on IFTA. Oh yeah, now I got to register with brokers, but I can't register with brokers if they don't know what kind of equipment I'm hauling. And so this video, like the last one, will probably be a little bit more informational. I may cover stuff that most of you guys already know and take some advice that I've taken from you guys and kind of talk about where we're at. But we got to get a trailer. That's not required for IFTA. We're waiting on IFTA. Got to get the trailer. I'll make a separate video. I also ordered $3,000 in securement gear. So that's on the way, but there'll be a separate video about that. So we got to pick a trailer. We got to know what we're hauling. And I'll backtrack a little bit and kind of explain. I saw what everybody said, when I said I'm going flatbed, but I didn't really explain why. And just looking and going back over things, and people were absolutely correct that if you get a reefer trailer, you can haul dry van freight. But for me, that's kind of, especially in this market, that's kind of like the best of no worlds. I'd go pay more money for a piece of reefer equipment so that if I need to, I can haul cheaper, affordable, not even affordable, cheaper dry van freight. I could get the runs that I want, but I just couldn't justify the expense. The market's just trash. And again, it'll come back. It'll always come back. The market will bounce back. I'll talk about the market. You can't live in the current market. It's been here for a year forever. It'll change. It may go down. Who knows? But so I just decided that for how I like to run, what I've done in the past, I made a decision to run flatbed. And it's going to be 112 in Texas today. So we will not be running flatbed in Texas. We're trying to get out of Texas. So there you go. You made the decision. You're running flatbed. It's done. I wish. But flatbed, unlike dry van or reefer, where a reefer trailer is kind of a reefer trailer. Yes, there's different units. Yes, it can have a little different configuration, but a reefer trailer is a reefer trailer. Reefer trailers haul reefer freight. Dry van trailers haul dry van freight. Flatbed, boom, the skies open up. But the first decision I had to make was what kind, and I don't mean kind, but what composition it's called that I want. And I didn't even know there were 3 kinds. I just kind of hauled the trailers before. So you have your all aluminum, right? Aluminum deck, aluminum beam, aluminum everything. Those are lightweight. Those are your lightweight trailers. They are not susceptible to rust. They are more expensive. They have easier to nick and ding because they're aluminum. And I didn't know that you hear the term combo, and there is the combo trailer. This is a trailer with a steel beam, a lot of steel that can rust, but they don't typically do that, especially if you're not running a lot in Northeast. And then the deck of the trailer is aluminum. They are a little heavier than an all aluminum trailer. They are a little less expensive. And they are, I didn't even know this, more common. I saw way more combo trailers than I did all aluminum or your third choice, which is steel. And that is a steel beam with steel cross members with a steel frame, and most of them have wood decks. They are the most affordable. They are, I don't know, just I would say maybe last a little less longer, but they are the most affordable and they are out there. And so for me, my truck without securement gear will get to that weight, and it only weighs about 18,000 pounds. So an all aluminum trailer is less than 10,000 pounds. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about a 48-foot flat, right? So that's kind of what they weigh. And so that's really what I was leaning towards. It's like, I really would like an all aluminum. And so that's where your Fontaines, Benson, Rittenauer, Mack. And I had narrowed it down that I wanted either a Rittenauer or a Mack. MAC, not MACK. I've had a Mack truck. And so, all right, but now you got to figure out what kind of trailer you want. And it's like everything, with flatbeds. Like if you get a 48-foot flat, then you're going to see loads for 53-foot flats and 53-foot step decks. And if you get a 48-foot step deck and they want a 53, there are so many options. And it's overwhelming. And I will tell you, it slowed my business down. I should have bought a trailer last week. I didn't buy it till yesterday because of just information overload. But I decided that I was going to look at all aluminum. So an all aluminum 48-foot flat is what we're going to talk about, because personal thing, you do you. I'm not a fan of 53-foot flat deck trailers just because of the overhang and the sliding axles, and I'm not that good of a driver, and you close the tandem for backing. I don't like the weight balance. I like a 48-foot simplistic, right? So that's what I'm looking at. So 48-foot flat Mack, the Owner Op high spec package, is around $70,000. So I will not be getting one of those. The lesser version, I don't know, Road Warrior, I think it's called, by Mack, is a 48-foot flat, like one toolbox, less lights, which is killer. It doesn't have the solid plate in the back. Those run around $60,000, which is still out of my price range. And then looking, I found one local here in Dallas, 2019 Mack 48 flat, 2 toolboxes. That's about it. It is used, and it had 3 tire recaps, some were regular tires. It did have 2 toolboxes. They didn't really have a lot of history on it. It was a used trailer. It was a fleet trailer of some sort. But it was $42,000. I was like, okay, that one checks all the boxes as far as what I'm looking for if I'm going to go 48-foot flat. And I was really thinking that's what it was going to be, because step decks are even more. They're just more trailer, more step, yada yada. There's 17-inch tires, there's 22, 17.5, 22.5. There's a whole lot that can go into a step deck. But I don't know if you ever heard of this company called Melton. They haul trailers. And they had 3.
You just got jammed.
3 53-foot, all aluminum, 2018 Mack step deck trailers. And man, that got me focused. That really got my attention. Because step deck, it's a step deck. It's all aluminum, so it's light. It's a Mack, which is a brand that I know. But I started looking at them, and I got the service history on it, and it was just like, it's $34,000. $42,000, $34,000. That's a big difference. So, but it had some recaps, and they're like, the brakes are what the brakes are. They'll pass DOT. What are the tires? Well, we got a new retread here. The tires are what the tires are. You're buying a used trailer. Most places are like that. And the 48-foot Mack he's like, we replaced 2 of the trailers. The other 6 are okay. We did the brakes, but it's here. So, all right. So that was where the decision, that's where that poll came from that I posted. It was going to be the 48-foot Mack or the 53-foot. And then I started doing some research and started doing some looking. And the 48-foot, for a new authority like me, is just the jack of all trades, right? It's just, you can fit a 50-foot load on a 48-foot. Call you back. On a 48-foot, you can maneuver stuff around. That's just when you're a new authority, especially, again, I'll say it, in this market. I heard several other people say, You might, with the 53-foot step deck, you may have time. You may have time with tire issues. You may have time with, it's a fleet trailer. You know how many times as a company trailer at TMC, I would get a trailer that had an issue, but if I stopped to get the issue taken care of, it'd prevent me from getting home. And so we look at this thing back when I was renting trucks called total cost of ownership. And so there's the purchase price, and then there's everything else involved. That's where our story takes a twist. Because somehow, some way, popped up in my Facebook feed, I found a 2023 Mack all aluminum flatbed. And with the new equipment, you have to pay FET, Federal Excise Tax. 12%. Every new truck, every new trailer. So those trailers, like I said, that were in the mid-60s, around 60s, that was with FET. And just couldn't afford that. And this one popped up about 3 hours away for 50 grand. All in. Warranty, brand new tires, brand new brakes, brand new fluid, brand new lights that haven't been hacked and wired and all jacked, hadn't bumped docks, hasn't been hauled away, brand spanking new. And so here's the thing. This is not the only trailer I'm ever going to own. I'm not going into this, right, wrong, or indifferent, as a one-man, one-focus band. This is the first trailer that I'm buying, not the last. And we looked at total cost of ownership and said, you know what? People say that your most expensive cost out here is fuel. I say the most expensive cost out here on the road is breakdowns. Out there on the road, I'm at home. It's breakdowns. Blowing a tire sitting on the side of the road. Electrical gremlins. Airlines. Brake chambers. There's so many pieces of a puzzle that can break. And I need to haul freight. I don't need to be worried about the trailer. So I'll pay a little bit more. And we have purchased a 2023 Mack 48-footer. Now again, this is the base model. This is the cloth interior model with the no backup screen model trailer. It only has one toolbox. I'm getting a headache rack with a 3-door, so that didn't really bother me. But it is new. It is ours. We will probably pick it up next Wednesday. So we will have a securement video, picking up the trailer video, and my plan, good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, is next Friday to start hauling freight. It might get pushed to Monday just because I'm still waiting on IFTA and some brokers. But trailers bought, trucks bought, securement agreements bought, all our permits are in. It's finally time to start riding. So we got some more exciting stuff. We got some rolling videos. I've got some cameras. We're going to make this count. I'm going to bring you guys along. I appreciate the support. God bless, and let's get rolling.